of the lecture, mag-open kog link, or mag-open kog or mag-prepare ko where to submit sa Google Classroom. So this can be handwritten. So kung handwritten siya, you can just picture it. Pwede siya, depende sa inyo kung ganahan mo yung Word or you have another application sa inyong tabs, cell phones, or laptops. So you can actually do calculations there. So ang topics there is chemical formula, ay, chemical formula. So, dili pa din. So, naatay molar mass, so calculation sa molar mass. So, those are the in-class activities. So, I'll just inform you kung katong activity it's part. So, purpose ani is to assess your knowledge. So, basic understanding sa atong mga topics. It's like a pre-assessment activity. So it's okay kung mag-submit mo na dili kompleto ang solution, but at least you tried to participate on your own in this in-class na activities. And this is also magsugod na ta sa atong hands-on na calculation. So basically, practice jud ni siya. Okay, so let's proceed to understanding the mole concept. So why should we care about the moles? So kani siya nga moles, kaning animals or organism, they're not the moles that we are about to discuss. This is just a visual na memory or recognition para maka-remember ta sa lecture. But if you really love moles, so syempre we should really care about moles. But not these malls. So, masabat yun ang mall na atong i-discuss for today. So, to better understand the mall concept, no, we all sa atong fundamental as a units. So, we have there the measurement amount of substance wherein your mole is a unit and the symbol is MOL. So, sa calculations, ang gamiton nato is the symbol only, not the name of the mole itself. So, MOL lang ang inyong ibutang sa calculations. Okay, so what is really the mole? So, a mole is a fundamental unit in chemistry used to basically count particles to represent atoms, molecules, or ions. So, ang layman definition on it is like if you have 12 things of something, so you can represent it by using dozen. So ingana sad ang mole, but the mole is to represent the amount of substance, and it ang iyang equivalent is actually the Avogadro's number. So kinsa man ning si Uncle Avogadro. So kani siya naapay related diri kay Avogadro. Kailan mo ani niya. So wala siguro, no, because he's actually from a foreign country. So the equivalence of mole is actually 6.022 times 10 raised to 23 particles. Although na-discuss na sa niche siguro siya sa high school na chemistry. So to further understand what is really the mole concept, let's try to compare it to making a lemonade. So let's relate that to mole. So think of making a lemonade. So we have a recipe, but you don't actually count the individual sugar crystals in making lemonade. So we can represent it by using, say, 1 cup or 2 cups of sugar. So that's also how we use moles in chemistry. And we also have what we call the mole relationship. And to further understand this, so think of a mole like a chemist counting a basket. So dili necessarily so let's look at our basket. So dili necessarily eggs. So pwede siya apples. So that just a dozen of the same material, or 12 na or 12 kabuok na of that specific material. So for example, eggs, pwede siya apples. You can represent it as a dozen. So ang mole relationship, it's like saying na you have 1 mole of atoms. So specific dapat ang element. So for example, you have 1 mole of carbon is equal to 6.022 times 10 raised to 23 atoms. So, iyan na ang mole relationship. And the same as if you have molecules. So, for example, no, we have 1 molecule of water. So, it is represented by 6.022 times 10 raised to 23 molecules. So, yeah, sa gabi kung dili mo makatulog, so just count 6.022 times 10 raised to 23, 6.0. Okay, sige. So, nga na siya para maka-memorize mo sa mole concept. So, basically, the mole is a counting tool. It helps us turn atomic scales into measurements, into real usable amounts in grams. So, these are very small substances. And to convert them to grams, we need to use the mole relationships. Wala na siya. So to apply the mole concept, we have here the atomic mass versus the atomic weight. So if you have your periodic table, basically ang value there in your periodic table is actually the atomic weight. So let's look at the basic definition of atomic mass and atomic weight. But before we go there, let us first define isotopes. So what are isotopes? So kung kabalo na mo, let's just have a bit of a recall or review. So isotopes are atoms of the same chemical element that have the same number of protons, the same atomic number, but different number and of neutrons. So sa general chemistry, we actually maka-calculate sa atomic weight of an element using the number of protons. So, yan na siya. So, for isotopes, they have different number of neutrons. So, they also differ in terms of their atomic mass. So, ang atomic mass, for example, naakay carbon 13. So, it has a different number of neutrons in comparison to carbon 12. So, it's very specific for a specific isotope. And it also is defined by the unit, atomic mass unit, or Dalton. And in comparison to this, we have the atomic weight, which is basically the weighted average mass. So, average na siya of the isotopes of an element, and it is actually unitless. In the periodic table, it's actually the atomic weight, but when we're doing stoichiometric calculations, we'll be referring to it as atomic mass, nanomass, because when we use atomic mass when referring to numbers used in molar calculations, even though they're based on atomic weight from the periodic table. So basically, gamito na to siya as atomic mass. It's just ang term lang. So that's just, we need to take note of it para dili ta ma-confuse. But if you already seen the periodic table, for example, you have carbon. So ang atomic weight sa carbon is the value 12.011 or 11. So it's just before we go to your calculating the molar mass. Okay, so kung na-absorb na nato to, so let's proceed. So the atomic weight of an element in atomic mass units is numerically equal to mass in grams of 1 mole of that element. So that's basically grams per mole of an element. So we have here an example of the mole relationship. So let's take a look at this example. So we have chlorine. So chlorine has an atomic weight. So you can look at your periodic table. So 35.5 atomic mass unit for AMU. And therefore, it has 1 mole of chlorine atoms has a mass of 35 grams. So 35.5 grams. So if we're doing stoichiometric calculations and we are getting the values from the periodic table, so ingani siya. So you should write it as So dapat ano siya, grams per mole. Okay, so sorry, G na siya. Grams per mole. Let me just erase it. Okay, so yan na siya. Grams per mole. But if you have kaning molecule, so dapat at this point ha, kabalo na ta, what's the difference between a molecule, ions, and atoms? So if you have your molecule water, H2O, so its molecular weight is basically 18 atomic mass unit. It means that it has 1 mole of water, or 1 mole of water has a mass of 18 grams. So when we use it in stoichiometric calculations, it's 18 grams per mole. So nga na ang iyahang pagbasa and paggamit. Okay, so let's have an activity. So this is one of our in-class activities to test kung kabalo na ba ta mag-identify sa chemical formula. So I will give you siguro kaya na ni siya 2 minutes. So we have the given lithium fluoride, calcium oxide, sodium sulfide. So just match it with the correct na chemical formula. You just start the timer. Okay na, start na mo. Okay. So, pwede niyo siya isulat sa papel, pwede sa din niyo ibutang sa inyong tablet na file, and after class, just submit it sa Google Classroom. So, pwede no na naa-dira ang correct nasa basin wala dira ang chemical formula. So, pwede ra jud din niyo ibutang ang correct answer. So, ang title sa submission is Pre-Assessment Activity, still under participation. Fifteen seconds. So if you have your answers, you can start typing sa chat section just for ano interaction. Okay. Okay, so we have lithium fluoride is LiF. So, ano siya? LiF. And calcium oxide is CaO. So did you get the correct answer? And your correct answer for sodium sulfide is Na2S. Okay. So napatay for the next one. Okay, this one. So for this one, magtawag, later pa di ay sa molar mass. So dire, sige, another na activity. So still, just put it in the same paper from the previous one. Just put it in one file for the submission. So you have magnesium chloride, potassium iodide, and sodium sulfate. So that's 1 minute 30 seconds. Minaw lagi ni atong chat box. Ang saan a quiet place? Guys, this is not a quiet place. Okay? So, hapit na, 30 seconds. So, kung naglisod pa mo sa pag-identify sa chemical formula, you can just react. Mag-sad react na lang mo. So, we can, next time during calculations, we can siguro still review about it. Okay. So, kuman na atong 2 minutes. Okay, nag-answer si Magdalene Mano. So, MgCl2, KINE2SO4. So, that's correct. Okay. Sige, proceed ta. Thank you, Yuko. So, you are also correct. So, actually, naapay mga tag-asun na compounds, so you can also practice on those or writing their chemical formulas. Okay, so human na ta sa pag-identify sa atomic mass. So we'll refer to it as atomic mass from the periodic table. Mag-proceed ta sa how do we get the molar mass of when we now have compounds or ions. Here, usually we just use mga stable compounds in stoichiometry. So to convert back and forth between mass and the amount of mole. So take note how we have different terminology. So when you have the terms molar mass, molecular weight, and molecular mass, molecular weight, and molar mass. So we'll be using, take note, the molar mass. Molar mass because it's the mass of 1 mole of a substance. And its unit is the one we are using, grams per mole. So I hope okay lang akong audio on your side, okay? So you can just always react kung mawala ang akong audio. Okay po. Immediately proceed sa calculating the molar mass of our compounds. Okay ra? Okay, very good. Kay, yesterday, mga 6 times ko nawala sa akong audio. Okay, so we have step 1 is identify the elements and how many. So refer sa inyong periodic table ha, kung dili pa mo memorize sa kani. So simple lang sa atong example. So we have sodium chloride. So first we identify the elements of sodium chloride. So kung kabalo na ta mag chemical formula, so we already know that the chemical formula of sodium chloride is NeCl. So what is asked here? So you are being asked, what is the molar mass? So ang simple di ay sa molar mass is actually, sorry, so it's actually um, capital M, small m. Kung ganahan mo shortcut, but I will always consider kung i-spell out yun yun na molar mass. So it's the being asked here as the molar mass of sodium chloride, and what is given is just sodium chloride. So we have how many atoms of your sodium and chlorine do we have? So ang inyong atoms is actually makita siya sa subscript. But for this case, wala siya. The small number ha below the element. So for this one, wala. But on the example later na. So for this one atom lang sa sodium and one atom of chlorine. And then we use the atomic masses of the sodium and chlorine. So individual lang sa ninyo i-identify. So then here we refer sa periodic table. So what's the atomic mass of your sodium? So that's Na is equals to 22.99 grams per mole. So if you have a different value, so pwede radyo din nyo siya gamiton as long as it's close to the correct na atomic mass. 5 grams per mole. And at this point of the calculation, mole na siya. At this point of the calculation, so dili pa ta mag-round up sa numbers because for as much as possible, closer ang atong answer to the correct one. So you just add 22.99 and 35.44. And since you only have one atom of sodium and chlorine, so times 1 lang siya. So if we add this, so we get 58.44 grams per mole. Always take note na to write the unit. Okay? So, for reference lang, I also included here sa solution, for example, number 1. So, you get your answer, 58.44 grams per mole. Okay, so let's proceed to example number 2. So, we have now, molar mass gyapon siya, but we are being asked for magnesium chloride. Okay, so let's first identify the chemical formula, MgCl2. Okay, so a little bit flower, but that's MgCl. Take note na actually 2 after chlorine. So now we identify the elements and the atoms, number of atoms. So you have 1. So kanisa, if walay number diri, so that's actually considered as 1. So you have 1. 1 lang ang iyahang number of atoms. This one is 2. And take note ha, I mentioned number of atoms. So later on, kung naanata sa chemical equation, so you'll see na naapatay other coefficients included sa chemical equations. So you have find the atomic masses of each element. So we then refer to the periodic table. Okay, so you have for magnesium, kung naano may value is 24.31 grams per mole. You can double check sa periodic table, and we have for chlorine, it's 35.45 grams per mole. Okay, nasabtan lang. So the next is you need to multiply this one by 1, this one by 2. Okay. So what do we get? So you have ang magnesium, since na-multiply na siya, still 24.31 grams per mole, plus ang sa chlorine is equals to 70.90 grams per mole. Okay. So we just add them. So you get the molar mass is equal to 95.21 grams per mole. Okay. Okay, pa mo naka-follow, Ramo. So anyway, ang solution is in the next slides. So I hope no na naka-follow, Ramo. So any questions? Easy pa siya, no? Okay pa ta. Wala pa ta sa interconverting mga units. Sige, so proceed ta sa atong next activity. Still, write it on your paper or your file. Calculate the molar mass of the following. So you have lithium fluoride, calcium oxide, and sodium sulfide. So I'll give you 5 minutes for this one. Okay, you have to write. So do this because you'll be submitting it after class. So 5 minutes, start now. Okay, so wala ko itong music because I haven't solved that one yet. Okay, so start na mo. I'll be telling some after 5 minutes. Okay. So if you have mga questions, just type sa chat section or pwede jud mo mag-open mic. And then after this, magtawag ko for station. 1 minute. 1 minute, yes. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so okay, Miss Althea K, can you share to us unsa and how did you calculate the molar mass of calcium oxide? So for lithium fluoride, guys, uh, we got for lithium 6.941 grams per mole ang iyahang atomic mass, and then 18.998 ang atomic mass sa fluorine. So we got it's it's actually 20. So it's actually 25.939. So Miss Althea K, can you share to us kung how did you calculate the calcium oxide na molar mass? Na ba ni si Miss Althea? Hello, Miss Althea. Wala. Nag-sad react si Miss Magdalene. So let's call another one. Miss Erica May. Okay, thank you, Miss Althea. So, okay ra jud mag-chat pa ka. So, what's your answer? Mm, okay, sige. So, correct, no? So, if you have other answers with Miss Althea, so probably double check lang sa solution. Okay, let's have Miss Erica May Duray.
Good morning.
Good morning. Ang say answer mo sa sodium sulfide and how did you calculate it?
First, nag-lookbook ko sa yung chemical formula, which is Na2S. So, which means na ang duha ka uh, duha ka unit ang sodium meals niya usa sa sulfide. So, ang atomic weight sa sodium meals is 23. Yato siyang gi-times og 2 kay naam siya duha ka uh, unit, while ang sulfide kay iyahang atomic weight is 32.07. So para makuha iyang total mass mass ay total molar mass mass kay gi-add na to ang 46, which is from sodium, plus 32.07, which is from sulfide, and then I derived an answer which is 78.07 grams per mole miss.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Erica May and Miss Althea. So, correct ang ilahang answers, no? For sodium sulfide, I suggest na siguro ayaw lang sa ground up sa atong atomic mass para dili siya dako ang possible na difference. But your answer is correct. Okay, so basically, ang answer is 78 no, kung i-round up na to. Okay, proceed ta. So we're actually down to the next one, no? Since kabalo naman ta, magkuha sa atomic mass, mag-calculate sa molar mass, so we then go to stoichiometry foundations na chemical formula and equations. So aside sa chemical formulas, no, naatay chemical reactions which are then represented through balanced chemical equations. So here will be ang atong learning objectives are so naatay write and balance chemical formulas and equations, understand reactants and products in reactions, identify, as I have mentioned, coefficients in a balanced equation and how they relate to mole ratios. So let's first, although no, if makabantay mo, wala ko na define sa stoichiometry at the first part of our lecture. So actually, incorporate na ko ni siya diri because we're going into chemical reactions. So let's first define what is stoichiometry. The basic definition of stoichiometry is it's the quantitative measurement of reactants and products in a chemical reaction. So it's basically relating the measurements of these two sa reactants and sa products. So since we're going into chemical reactions, dili na nako siya gi-define. So there are actually a lot of laws governing the or mga chemical reactions in general, but we will be focusing more on the law of conservation of mass. So familiar na ba mo sa law of conservation of mass? Okay, so basically, no, in a closed or isolated system, it defines that matter cannot be created or destroyed during a chemical reaction. So, okay ra akong audio? So, just, react if mawala siya. Okay, thank you. So, it basically defines na ang total mass mo sa reactants equal ra siya sa total mass of a product. But take note ha, given na it's a closed or isolated system. That's why when we're performing chemical reactions, we try as much as possible to control the environments or environmental factors rather. So let's take a look at the layman definition sa law of conversion of mass. So think about an experiment, a laboratory experiment wherein you have a vinegar, baking soda. So kani common kaya na siya the baking soda volcano. So here we have inflating a balloon. So ang solution nato there is a flask na ay vinegar, baking soda. So and they actually measured sa mass of kani siya, it represents the before the reaction, during the reaction, in siguro until the completion or formation of the end product. And the basic na understanding diri is no matter how big the balloon goes, the total mass stays unchanged. So kana ang basic principle of the law of conservation of mass. So how do we represent chemical reactions? We represent them through chemical equations. So we have here an example sa basic na equation. No? We have reactant. So pwede ka one or more na reactant, and we also have the product, which are the chemicals after the arrow. So pwede sa one or more product depende sa type of chemical reaction. And we have here the arrows. Take note how we only use the either kaning forward or kaning second one, the irreversible and the reversible na arrow. Okay. So stoichiometry, it applies to all types of chemical reaction. But let's take a look at katong mga basic na chemical reactions that are known. So the first one, so kani siya mga generally silang types of reactions. So we have the combination. If maka-recall mo, combination reaction, ang representation niya is So it's what A plus B is equal to B, AB. So you're actually just combining or mixing products that will react to each other. So we have here a reference. So it's like sugar, spice, plus everything nice. So pwede ka maka-form of Powerpuff Girls. Correct ba? So pang ano kayo ni siya, no? Pang bata kayo ng reference. So we have here an example sa unbalanced equation. So unbalanced siya, siya, same lang. So I just write it here para makas balance na. So our goal is to know how to balance these equations. So take note ha, in a complete na or in a chemical equation, we also put the state of matter, solid, gas, solid. We also have either liquid or aqueous. So, kana siya. So, depende siya sa state of matter in the chemical reaction. But first, let's focus sa balancing chemical reaction. So, you actually need to divide this into two. So, this is the arrow. For reference lang, let's put the division here. So, this divides it into reactants and products. So to balance a chemical reaction, we actually need to identify your elements. So we have iron, oxygen. So dapat same sa dire iron, oxygen. So any wala or elements na wala sa inyong chemical equation, probably they're mga contaminants or other, siguro dili controlled ang environment, so additional elements. So kana siya. So for this one, it's a closed or isolated system. So you have identified kung pila ang naasa both sides sa reactant and product side. So here we use the term coefficient. So di ba kani subscript, it is the atoms of per element. But here we are looking at kung balance siya. So kani kay iron. So ano na ni siya? Understood na 1. So that's 1, 2. Here we have 2, 3. Okay. But as you can see, dili parehas ang number of iron and oxygen on both sides. So we need to now balance it by multiplying what we call coefficients. So we have another coefficient. So dire, dapat the lowest number of coefficient that you can possibly use to balance this one. So here we have, so what if, let's just try. Let's try to multiply this by 2. So let's add here 2. So balance ba siya? So kani 2, 3. So dili ra gyapon siya balance. So let's remove that. Dili gyapon siya balance. So let's try to use here. Dili ta mo tan-aw sa product side. So let's try here. So kung mag-multiply ta o coefficient dili, dapat since compound man ni siya, ma-multiply sa oxygen. So times 2. So now you have 4. This one is 6. And then whatever is the number that we are multiplying here to balance it, diri siya after the iron. So, diri, 2. Ingana siya ang pagsulat. So, we now have another coefficient aside sa atong subscripts. So, now we need 4 of iron in the reactant side and 6 of oxygen. So, individually, pwede ninyo siya multiply by 2, multiply by 3 to have 4 di ay, sorry. So this one, 4. This one is 3. So you have 4, you have 6 here. So balance na ba siya? So balance na, no? But you need to add siya here. You need to put 4 here, and you have to put 3 here. So the complete equation niya is, or the what we call balance equation niya is 4 4 of your iron, solid na iron, will react to, and take note ha ang iyahang pagbasa is, so 4 moles of your iron will react with 3 moles of your oxygen gas to form 2 moles of your iron oxide. So, kana siya ang balance na siya. So, let's just go balance check. Okay. So, proceed ta. So, the next type of chemical reaction is a decomposition reaction. So, in comparison sa combination, kani siya na atay a compound and it will be basically ma-separate siya instead of combining. So, maka-form taog other products, but we are actually separating the different na elements to form these products. So, we have an example here. So, naakay sodium bicarbonate and sodium to form your sodium carbonate, your carbon dioxide gas, and your water na molecules. So, also, we'll be balancing this one. In kaniti ay nga reaction, it's commonly siya sa baking. So, as you can see, na ay or the dough gets lifted up or na kay baking soda heating in baking. So, that's why na kay rising of the dough siya. And daghan kay itong chemical reactions in baking. So, since kani siya unbalanced, so gibutang jud na ko unbalanced siya. So, let's try to balance on your own. No, you can try to balance this one. So, as I balance this, you can try doing it also. So, we have reactants, products. Okay, so you have hydrogen. And pero mostly no, naatay mga examples sa stoichiometric reactions na balance na siya. But in cases na dili pa siya balance, you really need to balance them. Okay. Okay, so sodium, hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. So how many atoms of your elements do we have? So for this case, no, for reactants sa one of your sodium, one of your hydrogen, one of your carbon, and 3 of your oxygen. So here. So kana sa subscript mo tanaw. Sodium 2, carbon we have. So kani siya ni so pilaman sa hydrogen pag-isa. Hydrogen 2, you have carbon 2. So you also have oxygen. So 6 kabuk. So they're not balanced. So how do we balance this one? Okay. So let's try first now. So whatever you multiply on the reactant side will affected tanan. But basically, makita na nato right away what do we need to multiply here. So let's multiply 2. So affected siya tanan. So this one is 2, this one is 2, this one is 2, and this one is 6. So balance na ba siya? Balance na. So that's basically 2. So 2 of your sodium bicarbonate. Sabtan lang. Okay. Pero ang sa inyong product side, so the same. Retain lang. So it means that you need 2 moles of your reactant to create products. So we also have a single replacement reaction. So kani siya na atay, you have a compound here. So basically, your B is replaced with, your B is replaced with A. So that's why single replacement siya. But na siya mga specific jud na reactions. So for this one, it's actually balanced na siya. So you have your iron displacing copper from copper sulfate. So kani siya is the copper sulfate. And also, no, we have a different type of balancing equations for specific reactions like reduction, oxidation reactions. Pero later pa to siya. And we have double replacement reaction. So, kani example ani are your precipitation na reaction wherein from your reactants AB plus CD, so nahimo na siya, nag-exchange sila of elements. So you have AD plus CD, elements or ions. So basically for precipitation, no, the ions are reacting with each other in the ion form siya. So kani siya, balance na sad siya. So usually mga precipitation, they're balanced because they are charged particles. Pero still, you need to double check. And the our last type of chemical reaction is the combustion. So kani siya common siya if you have your fuel, which is hindi siya in the form of fire or heat. So kana siya basically heat or energy, dapat na siya pwede man gud siya sa living organism. So naka-heat, naka your hydrocarbon or basically mga substances containing carbon and hydrogen. So naasad kayo dapat na oxygen for this combustion reaction to occur. And also mga redox reaction categorized siya under your combustion na reaction. And we also have here an unbalanced na equation. So let's take a look at this. Wala din space. So dito naman ka mag-balance. So still identify your reactants. Since kami atong space, I'll just put R. Let's put R. Let's put P here. So reactants in products. So it's carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Okay, so let's take a look at how many carbon, how many hydrogen, oxygen are there. 1 for the product 1. You have 2 here. You have this 4. So you have 4 here, you have 2 here, you have oxygen is basically 2, nakay 3 oxygen. Sige. So before I answer, you try to look at how we can balance this. Okay. Dapat nag-solve sad mo on your part, ha? Pang-awon na ko later sa in-class activity outputs. Okay, so whatever you multiply sa hydrogen on the product side, ma-affect sa oxygen. So in this case, we will separate this. Pwede niyo siya i-write as separate since you have a lot of or 2 products rather. So you can put equals or dash. So this one is 2, this one is 1. So whatever you multiply here affected siya. But kani siya kay lower man ang oxygen sa reactant side, but you have low ang hydrogen there. But your carbon is already balanced. So pwede ka mag-multiply during dapita sa oxygen. So na may answer, you can just chat sa kung atom mo, buta. So you have your oxygen, so pwede ka, kung sa man ang ganahan mo, times 2. Pero kung mo times 2 ka, so ang water ni mo is times 2, balance na ba siya? So let's try. So dito na siya ha. 4, then 2. So naakay 4 ka oxygen. Balance na siya. Alright, so you have 2 here, you have 2 here. Correct in your answer? So thumbs up mo kung correct ang inyong answer. Kung sa man ang nag-fag. Okay. So, sige. So, we actually have a few remaining time. So, pwede mo sort sa inyong submission or practice more on balancing chemical reactions. Anyway, daghan pa kayo tag i-balance nga chemical reactions in stoichiometry. So, maghinay-hinay na ta, but magsugod na ta sa mga exciting na part sa stoichiometry. So, kung excited na ba mo? Okay. So, heart react lang mo po, excited na. So, for your attendance, I'll be pasting the link. Delete ay. So, for your attendance, so dapat mo submit mo sa classwork. So, I will prepare this here for assigning mo siya. So, kung wala mo yung classwork, wala mo yung attendance. Okay. So, put there siya, PDF Word, or this is picture na format. Okay, so I'll be ending the class here. Naapa ba mo yung questions, clarifications? So kung, yes, Mr. AJ. Yes?
Where do we submit the we call it the written thing?
Hello, Bali, I am already assigning it sa Google Classroom. So, okay, you can now check it.
Oh, okay.
There is a classwork, so go to classwork. Let me just, okay, yesterday, yes, Sharina. Wait, stop po broadcast ha. May questions, Sharina?
Ay, yes, miss. Kanang, ano po, miss, kanang about sa assignment, miss, kay since magsabit man mi og kanang, di ba, solving, miss, okay ra, miss, na dili siya organized. Like, kanang, from raw good, miss, nga ano, kanang solving ba kay basin, ano.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mas ganahan ko raw nga solving. Kanang handwritten jud nga, dili na nimo mabasa ang writing, okay ra kayo na. Basta mabasa ang final answer. Okay,
Yes, miss.
Lang, pero dapat mabasa.
Bisag, miss, kanang wrong, charot. Ay,
okay ra wrong.
Wow,
Sa pre-assessment activities, okay ra jud nga wrong. Pero sa kung quizzes, long assessments, dapat correct mo.
Okay, miss.
Okay.
Thank you, miss.
So I'm sure, okay. So don't be confused kung submitting na mo ha. So kani siya, so akong akong itarong pag-format sa titles. So this one, I put the date para makabalo nga is today. So dire siya i-submit sa July 30 pre-assessment activity. This one is the assignment, pre-assessment assignment. Para dili mo masayo og upload. Okay, so buha pa lang na ng assignment. Any more questions? Yes, Olive?
Good morning, Miss. Mangutana unta ko kanang when jud ma-apply ang pag-round up sa value, Miss ba? Ni compute.
Sa final answer.
As a final answer lang dyan. Sige, miss. Thank you.
Yes. Kay sa calculations man good, if you round up very early, kanang kung kakuha pa lang mo sa atomic mass and you round up the atomic mass, possible na dako ang imuhang final answer. Kana. But pwede niyo mo siya i-round up siguro mga 4 digits after the decimal point. Pwede ra siya. Gamay ra ang iyahang effect. Okay, any more questions? Ano ba ko yung nalimutan? I think wala na. Yes, Magdalene.
Magpa-clarify lang ko, miss. Like, pag ganiya sa lithium fluoride, ang lithium kay 6.94 and then ang fluorine kay 18.998. Okay ra 3 decimals ang usa ka atomic mass and then ang usa kay duha ra ka decimals.
Okay ra kay depende sa mangod sa periodic table. Some periodic tables daghan pa niya siya sa after the decimal point. So kani siya. So kung ang inyong periodic table 6.941, pwede ra ninyo siya gamiton. Kay ako manggod gina-check pag mag-calculations mo, akong gina-check ang values na gikan sa periodic table para kung naa siya ma-reflect siya sa final answer, dili ra marong inyong answer. So gina-check jud nako na step by step. Okay. So let me just share here. Any more questions? No. Okay, kayo na nadaghan mo questions. You po, yes?
Good morning, Miss. Kanang pwede mag-ask if i-post ang slides sa G-class, Miss?
Yes. Check na po ha. Wala po ba na post? I'll double check kung updated ni siya part 1. Oh, wala. So I'll be posting it right now.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay. Sige, welcome. Other questions? So, wala ra mo nag-lisod sa basic na foundations. Okay, kaya kung mag-skip man good right away to stoichiometric problems, ma-shock jud mo. Kanang, yes, depende jud ni sa person. Depende man gud kung ang student kay maayo siya o basic mathematics. But this will not only require basic math na skills, but it will also require you to basically na kay analytical, critical thinking skills to analyze the problems involved. Pero magsugod pa ta sa basic na calculations. Okay, so kung okay na mo, okay na? So, okay, wala na, no? So, I'll be ending the class and then right now, mag-post na ko sa material. So, ang akong slides, I always na siya sa lecture materials. So, just inform me kung wala ninyo siya nakita. Kaya possibly, nawala siya sa drive. That happened last semester because siguro daghan na kaayog files. Okay, so if wala na, thank you for attending the class today. Make sure that you submit your in-class activity output or attendance. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Bye.
Thank you, miss. Goodbye.
Bye, Miss. Take care. Sabi nila, love is blind, love is one of a kind.